Good morning, Mathias.
Morning, Mathias.
Good morning. How are you?
Very
good.
good.
More importantly, how are you, Mathias? Is everything okay? I mean, you're safe and sound. I mean, obviously you're safe and sound. Are you in your hotel room?
No. I'm staying in an apartment, an unfinished apartment.
Okay.
Still under construction.
Oh.
Wow.
Do people know you're staying in that unfinished apartment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know this. Yes.
Okay.
I'm
So tell us.
Besides the war in Ukraine. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more, Mathias. How long have you been in the Ukraine? I mean, obviously you're there to take photographs, but are you on a specific assignment? I mean, were you told to go there, or is this something that you did on your own?
Right. I'm a freelancer, so I do it on my own. And I'm at the moment I'm doing for a newspaper, for a Hungarian newspaper. So I contribute my photos to them, and at the same time I speculate my photos to magazines. And of course, in the long run, I would like to do an exhibition, do presentation talks, and eventually I would like to do a book on it as well.
Oh wow, okay. So you've been in Ukraine for a month now, right?
Yeah.
Tell us what has that been like?
Of course, it's not a holiday. It's not pleasant at all. It's getting very dangerous. Nowhere is safe now. Initially, we were told to be safe if you go to Lviv. It's quite safe. But now the Russians are even bombing in Lviv. So bombing is happening, shelling is happening every day and night. So where I'm staying as well, I really don't know where I'm safe or not. So in order to do that, you just have to when you hear the siren, and you go to the underground shelter, bomb shelter. So I did stay in a bunker for a couple of days, and but the bunker, it's got about 200 people in there. So I felt that I don't want to take up the space. So I found this apartment. So I'd rather stay on my own.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, as you speak, we're looking at some of the photos that you took. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
Incredible.
Mathias, how close are you to those photographs that you took? And do you walk around with a bulletproof vest or any protection at all?
Yeah, I do have a bulletproof vest.
Okay.
But it's never safe because the war now is so different from like the Vietnam War. Now they're using drones. They fly drones and they have snipers. So effective range for sniper is about 1 to 1.5 kilometers. So if you're within that range, you can be shot by a sniper. So when I'm in the front line, pretty close with the troops. So, but then again, you really don't know. You just got to be careful. You got to be quick. So when I start taking photos, you don't have time to think. You just got to be quick.
Do you have the press tag on you when you're moving around? Because, I mean, from what I understand, during the war...
jackets or something, colors.
I mean, they're not allowed to hurt...
Press people,
right?
Yes. Technically, yes. Rules of engagement, they should not fire at press. But I'm sure you've heard the news that 3 journalists have been shot. I believe one was shot by a sniper. Was shot from the neck. So even with your press, you got to press wood on your ballistic jacket. It doesn't help. So sometimes it could even be you could even put yourself in danger by putting a press because for some reason they don't like the press.
Wow.
So we become a target.
I mean, obviously, you do what you do to be able to spread the word and awareness about what is happening. But why do you do what you do? I mean,
it's so dangerous.
Why do you put yourself in that situation? And I'm sure this is not the first war you've been through, right, Mathias?
No. I was in Iraq War. I was in Afghanistan during the 9/11, and I covered the Papua New Guinea tribal war as well. So yeah, I've been doing this for 37 years. I mean, I'm a photojournalist, and I've got much love for humanity. So it's not about conflict. It's also about humanitarian issues of a lot of civilians. Now we've got about 3 million refugees crossing the border.
Yeah.
So my photos is just not about war. It's also showing about humanity, about people, and the sad thing about civilians are a target here.
Yeah.
That seems to be the big thing with the Ukraine. It's just how many civilians are being literally targeted.
Yeah.
Are you on those front lines on a daily basis?
Not every day, because the government of Ukraine have stopped media from going into the front line now because of journalists being killed. So they're pretty stiff about that now. So it's quite difficult to get to the front line.
Okay.
So it all depends on this situation. I was there. I was in front line 2 days ago, and as we were driving into the front line, the conflict area, there was shelling going on and exchange of fire. So we cannot leave the car. So we just drove, and I had to take photos in the car.
So interesting, speaking to you, man, Mathias. Yeah. We're going to go on air in just a while, and we're going to ask you a little bit about Angel will ask you about your background, and just for the benefit of people hearing about you for the first time. Yeah. Okay, and we'll do that in less than a minute. Okay.
Yeah. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go.
Belinda Carlisle, Vision of You, right here on The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Good morning, Singapore. Our second guest for this morning is Mathias Heng, coming to us live from the Ukraine.
So, Mathias, just for the benefit of someone who's listening right now and doesn't know who the hell Mathias Heng is, can you just give us a little bit of background? You are Singaporean, yes?
I was.
Oh, you were Singaporean. Okay.
Yeah, I was Singaporean. I was born in Singapore.
Okay.
But I left Singapore in my 20s.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So where do you call home now?
Anywhere. Basically, I'm universal.
I like that. Wow. I like that. Mathias, you're currently in a city just north of Kyiv, and this is not your first war that you've been on the ground at. You've been in Iraq, you've been in Afghanistan, you've also been in Papua New Guinea during the tribal wars and all that. How did you get into photojournalism? And what are these emotions for you? What do you feel before you head out each day to take photographs on the ground in a war-torn city like Ukraine?
Okay, first I'd just like to share about my background. When I first started photography, I was always interested in reportage. But of course, when I was growing up, there was no school of journalism. So the thing that we were taught, the first thing was commercial and fashion. So of course everybody went into that. So I became a fashion photographer and a commercial photographer. But as my level of photography grew deeper, and my calling for journalism was very strong, so I did it on my own. So I started doing personal projects. And that's how I got into journalism work, and that's one. And the things that I've got much love for humanity, so I like to take photos that tell stories, and for the next generation that they can learn something out of it. Yeah.
I mean, you've
So-
been to Afghanistan, you've been to Iraq, and now you're in the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Is this war the most dangerous war you've been a part of?
No, I think this war is a very difficult place to work compared to Iraq and Afghanistan because here they don't allow you to take photos. They're very suspicious.
Oh.
So if I will go out to take a photo, say I'm on the street, just take photos of say a building, people will be reporting to the security, to the police, to the territorial defense force, and before you know it, you'll be searched, you'll be questioned.
But who are these
Asking you,
people?
what are you doing?
Are they Ukrainians? Are they Russians who are reporting?
They are Ukrainians. So apparently now there are many Russian spies in Ukraine.
Ah, okay.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know whether you have heard the last bombing that there was bombed at the shopping center. Apparently some local guys saw a few army vehicles parked near the shopping center, and they took a photo and they put in TikTok. And Russian intelligence picked it up and thinking that there was a ammunition based.
Oh no! Oh no!
Man.
Yeah.
And that's why they bombed the shopping center.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Wow.
that's the information I got.
Yeah, and you were telling us earlier on the Big Show TV that for this war, the Russians are using their snipers to take out some of the journalists, press.
Yeah, the journalists are shooting on even the troops, Ukrainian soldiers. So especially in front line. So they're coming in. They're coming close to Kyiv. They're about 25 kilometers. So fighting is really intense now. It's getting very, very intense. But being said that, the Ukrainian troops are very strong.
Yeah, and they're guarding their country with their lives,
Yeah.
literally.
Literally.
Matthias, you've been on the ground again in so many wars and all that, and now you say that the Russian troops are getting closer to where you are. Are you scared,
Yeah,
Matthias?
of course I am. But I suppose to come to a point, you just get used to it. When I say I get used to it in the sense that I am scared, but I have to be calm as well. I have to be composed in what I'm doing. Yeah.
Well,
Nothing is safe here anymore.
Yeah.
So you just got to be aware.
Well, the good thing is you don't look Russian or Ukrainian.
Yes, that's right. I get away. Yeah.
You get away with that, okay.
But however, they're still very suspicious. Whether you are, whether you look different or not, they still. They don't trust anybody now because of what's happening at the moment.
Yeah.
Such a tough situation.
Wow.
And they are protecting their president, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah.
Incredible.
He's
It
got
helps that he's a small guy.
Yeah, no, come on, Glenn.
Oh, okay,
Glenn.
let's
Let's play some music,
Move along
Glenn.
right
Glenn.
now. Wait, that's next. It's Love Is All Around on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3. Watching, the president on Netflix now,
Yeah.
on one of his
Seven of the
shows.
people.
And I realize he's a very small man, he's not
of
big and
small
tall.
stature, yeah.
Yeah, he's
He's a small guy.
Well, but I think it makes no difference because he's got, for want of a better term, balls of steel, man. I mean, he has not
Yeah.
run away.
Yes.
Yes.
He has literally
No.
stood his ground and stayed. What is the one we hopefully us here in Singapore will never see what you do and be on the ground where you are, just because we're so secure where we are. What are a couple of things that you have seen that we should know about, or just share with us? Well, besides the photos that we're seeing on
Amazing photos.
the Big Show TV right now, these are incredible photos. But what do you want us to know, Matthias?
Well, I just like to let people know we've not have not experienced this, and I don't wish anyone to experience what's happening, is the humanity, the empathy of the civilians here. Many of them, lost their homes, are in danger, leaving the country. Practically, the elderly are suffering. Not able to walk, they're on wheelchair. You got to transport them, and not take life for granted. It's like this photo, for instance. Yeah, this one, the bridge was damaged, and they had to transport people across the bridge to safety. So these people are coming from Erping and Bucha, and that's where the fighting was happening. And that's when civilians were killed and journalists were killed as well.
Wow.
And how long do you plan to stay there for?
I really don't know, I'll be honest with you, because I just want to finish this work, and I want to show as much as I can, especially on the humanity side of the people.
Wow, that was a good photo there,
The one with
Mathias.
the cat, yeah.
Yeah, I almost want Mathias to tell us all about the photos that he's taking.
Yeah.
That lady with the cat sticking out of her
The cat.
her bag, yeah.
Yeah.
Her jacket.
Yeah,
jacket.
she didn't have a cat carrier, so she transported a cat, putting a cat in a jacket. So these people they take their animals with them as well, their pets.
Yeah, that's humanity for you.
They transport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of
and they go in buses.
a lot of attention has been paid to like the women, the children, the old people, and all that.
Yeah.
But there's some foundations that are raising money for the animals that are left behind
That
as
is
well.
true.
Or,
Right,
That
right.
is true.
You know.
And early on, I saw a
Yeah.
pram as well. The previous photo. I mean, was there a baby
Yes.
in that pram?
Yeah, there was a baby there, So what they had to do, they had to help the elderly first, people who aren't able to walk. So as you can see, this group of men, the territorial defense and the army, they were carrying a lady to cross the bridge.
Wow.
Can we also go back to the other photo with the building? The building was totally destroyed, and there was a
The
guy
ambulance
walking
outside?
past the building.
Wait, Shalini is looking for
Yeah,
it now.
Shalini's looking for that.
Yeah, it's this one shot.
While we look for that photograph, we've got people on our Facebook page, Mathias. Darren Huang, who knows you from your TP days. Darren is saying, take care. Eunice Ann is also saying, take care, be safe. These are people who all know you.
Thank
it
you.
was
I will
the-
stay safe.
Winston Lowe is also, he was a classmate of yours in St. Michael's Primary School.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so this photo, can you tell
I
us
was
more
still
about
safe.
this one, Mathias?
Okay. This building was bomb shelling. So the whole building was damaged, and that meant he lives in one of the apartment. So as you can see, and a building is being bombed.
Yeah.
It's not the whole building will be affected. I mean, of course, where it lands is the most affected area. So certain buildings, few apartments, people try to salvage whatever they could. So this man, he was just trying to take whatever he could, and he had to find for refuge. So, but people here are very, very good. There are a lot of people giving free accommodation. People living in underground bomb shelters.
Yeah, but just looking at that, I can just imagine the number of people who died in
that bomb.
that shelling.
Yeah.
For sure, there's some people who died in their apartments.
Yeah. So the numbers I don't really know, because it's not really revealed. Because sometimes if the shell lands on them, you go and see body parts.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And you know the missiles that they're using and all that is a lot more sophisticated these days.
Than
We've been
before.
reading about something hypersonic missiles and all that. So people don't have enough time to even get out. You know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Right, Matthias?
Yeah, that's right. So the only way is to go underground or stay away from windows.
Yeah.
Because even if the bomb lands, say, about 100 meters, the impact, the sound impact, you will be affected. The glass will shatter. Everything breaks. Yeah. So if you are in front of a window, and then you can imagine you'll be showered by glasses all over you.
All right. Before we let you go,
the front line.
Yeah.
So
Go on.
Carry on.
Sorry.
You were on the front line?
When I was in the front line, we were in a car. We wind down our windows. We don't. Technically, you think that you wind up your window, so that you think you'll be safe. We don't, because if a bomb or grenade lands beside it, your glass shattered. Then you'll be cut all over the place.
Right. Okay. Wow. You don't think about things like that.
No, you don't. Yeah.
Hey, Matthias, it's the early hours of the morning over there in the Ukraine now, right?
Yep, it's 2:59.
2:59. Wow.
Wow.
Thanks for staying up for us.
Before we let you go, could you tell us what your day is going to be like ahead?
Every day is very unpredictable. Sometimes you plan that you have to go to a certain place, and it doesn't happen. So it's really based on in war situation. Appointments are never fixed. But tomorrow, technically, I'm supposed to go to the children's hospital.
Oh. Wow.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, I get in because I was supposed to go in yesterday, and they called it off. And we had a curfew today, so we had a curfew for 35 hours.
Wow.
And next week
So
you
you
go to
can go out.
Kyiv, right?
I'm still in Kyiv.
Oh, you're still in Kyiv, right? Okay.
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 Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still in Kyiv. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
absolutely
If you want to find out more about Mathias, you can always head to mathiasheng.com. That's Mathias Heng. That's also the same name on Instagram, and you can keep track of all his movements as he posts the photos. We wish you a safe, well, I won't say stay, but safe time in Ukraine. Thank you for doing what you do, for creating all the
Come back
awareness.
to Singapore and have a char kway teow.
Absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely.
we'll
buy one for you.
Our treat.
Yes.
Our treat, yes.
I'll bring
yes.
you to the best place for char kway teow, Chatterbox.
Oh, no.
I think Sito just
chatterbox.
fainted.
Yeah, no chatterbox.
Nice and air conditioned
No,
and
no,
everything.
no.
$25
Matthias doesn't need that.
Yeah, he's been in the outdoors,
Yes.
enough. Let's bring him to the best place.
All right, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Matthias. Have a good rest and stay safe.
Stay safe, Matthias.
Thank you. Thanks.
We'll see you when you
Thanks,
come back.
guys.
Matthias, you like chicken rice also?
Okay, then.
Do you like chicken rice?
Oh, yes.
You know where's the best chicken rice?
Yes.
Chatterbox.
Not chatterbox. No, don't listen to Glenn. Yeah.
Okay, you take care now.
All right.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay,
Bye,
take
Matthias.
care.
Thanks very
Bye.
much.
Bye.
What a guy, huh?
Wow.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah,
Love the
incredible.
photos and all
the photos are, yeah,
Takes
he's
a special
such
kind
a
of
great
man
photo.
to do that.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, he's not Singaporean anymore, but if he were, he'd be the bravest Singaporean.
Well,
at the
I mean,
moment.
once
Let
a
me just tell you.
Singaporean, always a Singaporean,
Yeah.
right? It's just a passport.
Yeah, but you know,
I saw him on the
Singaporeans,
streets the other day. He's here all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's here all the time.
Chatterbox?
No, never at Chatterbox. Never.
Yeah, that's why
he's
we have to bring him
probably
there.
never been there as well.
I'll take him there.
That's why.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
wow, he's so brave.
Yeah,
So brave.
well done. Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. You
Incredible.
couldn't pay me $1 million
couldn't
to do what he's doing.
But this is the passion, right? I mean, we watch the news all the time. Your reporters on the ground. You know, this is what they enjoy to do. This is what drives them. You know, to be if they don't do it, then who? They need to bring the news to us. You know?
It's true, and to still be there, knowing that I carry a press pass, and in this war it means nothing, because of the snipers.
Yeah, it means nothing.
Absolutely
What
nothing.
did you guys take away from that as well?
Wow.
Apart from the whole war
Sniper
and
thing?
No,
Ask me what I took away.
What did you
No,
take
what
away from
did
it,
you
Glenn?
take away
The
from
Wi-Fi in Ukraine is stronger
really-
than Singapore.
That's true.
Stronger than Chua Chu Kang?
Yeah.
Yeah, stronger than Chua Chu Kang, that's
I
for
was
sure.
surprised at the connection.
Oh my God, that was perfect.
That
Yeah,
was
man.
stellar.
That was very good.
That was stellar.
That is
But
true.
yeah, what I took away, I mean, there are many good people out there,
I'll send this
including
to Dr. Jerry,
Matthias, you know.
Plus, that he was in a bomb shelter. You know, I
No, he
don't
wasn't
even
in
have
a bomb
He was in
shelter.
the-
He was in an
proper
proper
apartment.
connection in
unfinished
the city
apartment.
tunnel.
Sometimes we have poor connection here in SPH as well.
Oh, you're on your
Being
own
a
there.
media
Yeah,
company.
No, I think this place is
The
okay.
router is just
Oh,
What
yeah,
nonsense?
strong.
Oh, now y'all don't
I
want to
think
back me
this
up.
place
Oh.
is the strongest.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
See the mesh here. This for our
SPH
Wi-Fi.
has the
Fantastic,
strongest
fantastic.
Wi-Fi.
Bye.
Share the video.